Hello, Shreyan. It's Mr. Roberts here. I hope you're well. I wanted to have a special conversation with you about the way that we think and how that affects the way that we feel, because those two things are really connected. I don't know whether you've ever noticed, Shreyan, but we think in words. It's like there's a conversation, a voice in our head, and that's called our inner voice or self-talk. Now, self-talk and our inner voice is really helpful if we have a complicated problem to solve. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you have a complicated problem to solve, you talk it through in your mind. So first I do this, then I do that, and then I do this, and yay! There's the solution. It's really helpful. It's there to help us. But the only thing is, it can also be very negative as well. You may also have noticed that sometimes it says unhelpful things, like, today's going to be so boring, or you're no good at that, or that person doesn't like you, or that person's talking about you, or, well, if they go now, what if they're really late to pick me up? These are unkind and unhelpful things that we wouldn't expect to hear from a friend, and yet we say them to ourselves inside our mind as self-talk. And this can cause us to worry and feel anxious and really sad. But there is a way to overcome it, and that's by using an affirmation. Do you remember Honeypuff used an affirmation in the story, and his mummy explained to him what an affirmation was? It's when we have a happy thought, a thought that makes us feel confident. We have to say it out loud, because when we say it out loud, we believe it more. And the more that we repeat it, the more that we believe it. And so, when we're trying to think of what our affirmation should be, we have to think, what is it that I need to hear to feel confident? So we have to understand what it is that we're worried about. And then, when we understand what it is we're worried about, then we think what it is about us and who we are that will overcome that problem. And then we tell ourselves that over and over again. So I'd like you to try some affirmations for me, Shreyan, each day before school. Now the rules are, I'd like you to look in the mirror and I'd like you to say the affirmations out loud while you look at yourself. And as much as you can, I want you to say them with confidence and to try and believe them. Can you do that for me? I'd really appreciate it. And then when you come into school, we can have a conversation about how they made you feel, whether they were helpful, or whether they perhaps weren't quite right for what you need. And then together we'll work at them until they're making you feel happy and confident to come into school. Will you give it a try? Thank you.